I have to take a shit, actually. I will be right back. God damn. Alright, I'm back for my poop. Don't worry, guys. I haven't left you. But anyway, let's get to the video. So, I've been playing the beta every single day for a good amount of time. For about... since it came out. I don't know when it is because I fucking suck at dates. It's actually really bad. People ask me like, oh Michael, what day is it? I don't... why the fuck? Why are you asking me? I don't even know when the last time I wiped my own ass. Anyway, point is, I've been playing for a minute. You know, at first, when it very first came out, like the first 2 or 3 days, I was like, this is amazing. You know what I'm saying? This is great. And I think it was just because Overwatch hasn't gotten any content for so long that even just this being announced was able to hype me up. But now that I've played a good amount, I think I could truly say that it is not Overwatch 2. Okay? Wait, what the fuck do you mean that is not Overwatch 2? It's not. This is a big update for the original game. That's all it is. This game still feels like Overwatch. It's still, honestly, I would say this is Overwatch 1.5. The 5v5 format is different and you have to get used to it. But other than the 5v5 and less stuns, which is better, I'm not saying that's bad. It still just feels like normal Overwatch, like this shit I've been playing for 3 years. And I will be honest, it's kind of underwhelming. We've waited literally 3 years. 3 years. No content from Overwatch. And the reason they're saying this is because they're working on Overwatch 2. And when they finally give us the first taste of Overwatch 2, it's like, what? We get a new game mode, 2 less players, 1 new hero, and a nice little Instagram filter over the maps. And day and night. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to be harsh on Overwatch, but it's just underwhelming as fuck. It definitely is better Overwatch, though. You can actually, like, play the fucking game now without having to, like, get stunned and pulled and thrashed and fucked and sucked and just come down all at once. You know what I mean? You can actually relax. You could go in, do your damage and stuff like that without dying. And you know what I mean? It's just more freedom. So it's good. It's a good update, but it's still just an update. And it's marketed as a brand new game, and that's why it's getting so much fucking hate. The problem is, Overwatch team's marketing and communication has fucking sucked. Like, it's like, kid you not, I've been playing video games my entire life, and Overwatch has the worst communication and marketing ever. Communication they're actually getting better with, though, because I heard they're giving us weekly updates now, so, like, that's pretty decent. That's pretty fucking valid, I'm not gonna lie to you. I guess they're marketing it as Overwatch 2 to, like, put hype around it, but I mean, this game was showcased to I don't know, like 1.5 million people on Twitch on the first day, and it was mostly positive. But when people actually like start playing it, they're like, it's not that much different. And that is the biggest problem with this game currently, is that it's marketed awfully. Literally, like I guarantee you, if I went to my class and started a fucking marketing club, guarantee you they can do 1,000% better job than what the fuck Overwatch is doing right now. Overwatch doesn't fucking understand that you can still make a game or an update super hype without clickbait. I think what they were expecting is for old players to just instantly like Overwatch again, just because they made it better. Which is honestly, it makes sense when you think about it. But on the other side of it, a lot of people who play Overwatch aren't actually competitive players. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they're forgetting about the casual players that play Overwatch, because that makes up a big majority of it. And to be honest, the competitive players that have been playing Overwatch, first of all, isn't even that many, so they shouldn't be marketing it towards those people anyway. But the people who did play competitively in the past, it was a completely different experience. They're not really gonna remember like how bad it was since they played it so long ago. Therefore, oh, you like that word? Therefore? Use that shit in an essay the other day. Just kidding, I don't do essays, I actually have a 0 in English. But I feel like this game is just slowly falling into the same trap that a lot of other games fall into as well. And it's something that a lot of games have failed to do, but certain games actually do it, and they do it well. Like League of Legends, for example. They basically only focus on their competitive side, and it works for them. They have been one of the biggest games for the longest time possible, because they have a thriving esports scene, and their competitiveness, although it is really toxic, it's good. It works for them. But that doesn't work for every game. That doesn't work for every game at all, especially something like Overwatch. I know a lot of people who just want to hop on Overwatch, play quick play for maybe an hour or so, and then they have to, like, I don't know, tend to their pet fish or some shit. You're excluding them for the competitive scene of the game that literally died. You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. I could be wrong on this, but I think this goes for almost all games. If you want a game to succeed and if you want a game to thrive, you don't want to go into the competitiveness straight away because you don't want the game to feel like a sweat fest, especially for newer players. That's the exact reason why I stopped playing League of Legends, because I hopped on the game and everybody just wanted to sweat their testicles off, and I'm just like, okay, I don't want to do this. And it drew me away from the game. And I feel like the same thing's gonna happen for the casual players who want to play Overwatch 2. Although I hope not, but I can definitely see it happening if they're going this route with Overwatch 2. And I don't want that to happen, but I could definitely see it happening if they're going the, you know, bring back the competitiveness route of Overwatch 2. Just continue to make consistent updates, something that Overwatch 1 didn't do. And it slowly died because of it. That's the only reason, because it didn't get any content. So on the bright side of things, if they continue to release consistent content with this game, it will do fine. I guarantee you it will do fine. Because at the end of the day, the only other game like Overwatch is Paladins. So Overwatch doesn't really have too much competition. I'm gonna put it in Overwatch terms, right? You don't hop into an Overwatch game, you have one really good game, and then all of a sudden you're an Overwatch League pro. That does not happen. That hasn't happened to any single person on this earth. Consistently, when you consistently play the game and slowly start to get better, that's when you will actually get better, and then eventually you'll become an Overwatch League pro. It's not like the game is gonna revive off of one update. No matter how good Overwatch 2 beta was, it was not gonna just get completely revived because of one update. And I'm not considering this a game, I'm considering this a fucking update, because that's exactly what it is. That's not the route they should be taking. Another huge problem is the fucking queue times. I'm just gonna say it. Like, nobody wants to wait just to backfill into an already losing game. It's like, you want to do that? I don't want to fucking do that. Nobody wants to do that. People want to get into a game in at least 2 minutes. And I don't know how they haven't fixed this fucking problem yet. This isn't anything bad about Overwatch 2, it's just something I notice people complaining about. How the fuck are you guys complaining about roll queue? Anybody who's complaining about roll queue needs to see a psychiatrist, okay? Because is it just me, or I remember playing Overwatch 1 when there was no roll queue, and playing support, or playing tank, or playing even DPS. You would have to play with fucking 4 or 5 DPS insta-locks. You would have to heal all of them, and if you didn't heal all of them, all 4 of them would talk shit to you in match chat, and then the other team would actually be running like a solid comp, and you would get destroyed. I will say this though, there is actually still definitely some light at the end of the tunnel. Not only do we have the PvE coming up, which is going to be amazing. If they somehow manage to fuck up PvE, then I don't know what this game's gonna become. And we still have a couple more betas, some of them including console players, and we still have what else, just the game in general to come out. The game's gonna be a lot different than the beta. It's always like that. Another complaint I've been hearing by people is that there's no competitive in it. Hope they're gonna make it competitive in the next one. Personally, I don't really give a fuck, because I don't mind. I actually don't mind playing quick play, even though it's annoying sometimes because you have to go into a game that you're already losing. But you know, it's really, for me, it's really not a deal breaker. But I know for the fucking, you know, competitive heads who have no other life besides jacking off and playing Overwatch, yeah, that's a problem for them. Also, they better be hoarding content. Like, they better have some more content that they just haven't released yet for whatever weird reason. Because if they don't, then this game is definitely going to fail, like 100%. There's no saving it if they don't have any more content. I'm actually being deadass. Think of this first beta as like an interview, right? And this is with any game. You want a beta to come out, and you want to give out the best version possible, so that people will have a good impression of the game. I know that they have what, 4 more heroes, 5 more heroes, something like that they just haven't released yet. They could have released at least 2 or 3 just for the first beta. They also should have had way more maps, and they also should have had just way more content in general, for the fact that we've been waiting 3 years. This beta would be perfectly, beautifully fine if it wasn't marketed as a new game. That's 80% of the problem with it. And yes, obviously the Overwatch community is going to be really pissed off about this, because we've been neglected 3 years of content for Overwatch 2, and then when Overwatch 2 releases, it's pretty much just a big Overwatch 1 patch. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Marketing fucking sucks.